Ryan Mannion lost her brother, First Lieutenant Travis Mannion, in Iraq. 3 years later, his best friend and the husband of Amy Looney, Lieutenant Brendan Looney, was killed in Afghanistan. Well, Ryan and Amy, they went to Washington for the inauguration, and as they were driving up to the Veterans Inaugural Ball where Brian was, they noticed this group of angry protesters. They filmed it on their cell phones, but the video does not show what happened next. They were actually assaulted, they were pushed, they were spit on, and they were called names. And they join me now. We welcome Ryan Mannion and Amy Looney. Together, they lead the Travis Mannion Foundation. Good morning, ladies. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning. Ryan, I'll start with you. What happened?
We were excited to be attending the Veterans Inaugural Ball that was honoring close to 40 Medal of Honor recipients that night, and Amy and I were representing the Travis Mannion Foundation. Unfortunately, as we got there, we found ourselves separated from the rest of the group that was walking to the galas that night, and were caught in between the entrance to the event and about 75 protesters that got very angry with us and really converged on us and did the horrible things that you just talked about.
Wow. Amy, I'm sure your reaction was just disbelief, but what hurt you the most about this?
You know, I think that it was for Ryan and I, you know, we were there to support our military community, which is a community that has given, you know, so much to us through our loss and through being the work that we do at the Travis Mannion Foundation and empowering our veterans and families of the fallen to develop character in future generations. So to witness this act and to see, you know, I hate to even refer to it as protesting because it was an accelerated version of that, to say the least, was really hard when we try to instill unity versus creating more division.
Ryan, tell me about your brother.
My brother was my best friend. We were 15 months apart, and he and Brendan are the inspiration behind everything we do at the Travis Mannion Foundation. I think we have an incredible opportunity here to start a dialogue about how we can celebrate our differences as opposed to using violence and inciting hate.
I want to talk about the foundation, but first, Amy, I want you to honor your husband. What was he like?
I mean, words can't even express, you know, the amazing man that Brendan is. And, you know, service before self was something that was so important to him. So, you know, him being able to give back to his country, putting himself on the line was something that he prided himself the most in.
I know, Amy, you were telling our producers earlier that some of the protesters were yelling, "Get a job, get a job." Well, guess what? You do have a job. You started the Travis Mannion Foundation. What's the foundation?
You know, the foundation, our mission is we're redefining America's national character. And through our programming and the work that we do, we're creating unity. We're bringing communities together. We're not dividing and tearing them apart. And through working with our veteran community and our families of the fallen and showing them as assets within their own community, instilling their leadership, their service, character, integrity, things that are very important for our younger generations to know so that they're able to instill this for generations to come. It's incredibly important work. So for me, as many vulgar things that were said that evening, saying get a job was quite the opposite of everything that we're doing at the Travis Mannion Foundation. We are working to change this narrative and to change this dialogue and show how the military community is really being assets within their own community.
Yeah, we thank you for that. Ryan, what's your message to the protesters?
My message to the protesters is, and again, I hate to use the word protesters because there was a very big difference between what took place on Friday night and what Amy and I experienced and what we saw on Saturday. But my message is, how can we use our differences to unite our country? We live in the greatest country in the world. We have the incredible assets of our nation's veterans who we can use as examples for how you demonstrate leadership and courage, all the things that Amy talked about. And at the end of the day, let's bring it back to character. Let's bring it back to making sure that each and every one of us use the words that my brother said, if not me, then who, and live lives of character.
Well, Amy, Ryan, thank you so much for bringing us your story this morning. God bless you, and thank you for your ultimate sacrifice.
Thanks so much, Ansley.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much.